So, out of the four dudes that people want to see Canelo Alvarez fight, Demetrius Andrade, Jamal Charlo, David Benavidez, Caleb Plant, we're gonna cover the last one here, and that is Demetrius Andrade. I talked about it. I think I made a who's wins to it. When I make these who wins videos, sometimes their time they can be dated because fighters might fight after I make them and they might look different, or whatever the case is. So I'm not gonna can't really take the who wins and shit like that with a grain of salt, or even the predictions. And shit could really change. A lot of things happen. Let's say a fighter has a fight coming up, a definite fight, then okay, the prediction is a little bit more solid. But the who wins, that can go either way. You can go update those, all type of things, because things happen in between that. If the fighter did end up fighting that person, it could have been one or two fights before they even had a chance to meet up in the ring, and then they might look different, and then you might have to go back and be like, okay, well, now, since I've seen this, now I got to say this, but Demetrius Andrade against Canelo Alvarez, that's something that could have been a possibility at 160, but it looks like, if that was to ever happen, it probably never happened after what Canelo said, that he'll never fight him. He's not fighting him. It's kind of just like with Jamal Charlo, same thing. You got a guy that, if he was to fight Canelo, would be at a catch weight between 160 and 168, or Andrade would have to move all the way up to 168 to fight him. Similar to Jamal Charlo. How would a fight between these two look? Well, Demetrius Andrade is, like I said, he's an awkward fighter. He looked hittable in his last fight with the Liam Williams dude. He's been off for quite a bit. He had a little bit of rust. Nonetheless, though, he still is an awkward fighter. Very hard to hit. Like, overall, he's still a hard to hit dude. Awkward defense. His punches come from weird places you don't see him coming from. Those are the fights that are dangerous for Canelo, man. I'm just what it is. Oh, man, Billy Joe, everybody said he was going to be dangerous because he was a mover. Look what happened. Yeah, look what happened. Billy Joe was being irresponsible. Billy Joe was still doing good in certain parts of that fight against Canelo. It was times when he was standing right there in front of Canelo, and Canelo was just punching wind. All right, so Demetrius Andrade is much, much sharper on his feet than Billy Joe. I believe he's stronger than Billy Joe. His punches come from more awkward, unorthodox places more than Billy Joe. And as far as chin goes, I don't know. I think Billy Joe has definitely faced better competition than Demetrius Andrade. I would have to give Billy Joe the nod on the chin, though. You know what I mean? Because he got hit by Canelo with some shit, and he didn't even buckle really as well. Canelo hit him flush a few times, man, before he broke his eye. And even when he broke his eye, you really didn't see Billy Joe all over the place. You know what I mean? So I got to give him that. I haven't seen Demetrius Andrade in that kind of trouble. So I still think, though, Demetrius Andrade, I don't think he's the biggest. I wouldn't say he's the biggest threat to Canelo. I think Jamal Charlo, out of all of these four dudes, is the biggest threat out of all these four dudes. But Demetrius will show some kind of he can still threaten him with that weird uppercut he throws that can catch Canelo. And if he hits him the wrong way, is it possible that he can knock Canelo out? I don't know, man. I think it's hard, man. I think it's hard to really knock Canelo out to the face, bro. You're going to have to hurt him somewhere to his body or something. And I think that's a lot of these guys' best bet, is to hurt him to the body. And I think if any of these four were to hurt Canelo to the face, it would be Jamal Charlo out of all of them. But the body is the more likely way you're going to get Canelo up out of here. Because he has a fucking, look at his neck, man. He has a neck made for boxing. He has a pit bull chin, a jawline like a pit bull. So he has a chin. You seen what Triple G hit him with. And he wobbled, like he shook it off like nothing, man. And I give him that much. You're gonna have to really hurt this motherfucker to really hurt him. I'm talking about if you're gonna knock him out to the body, to the face. The body is more vulnerable. So you're gonna have to, if you want to knock him out to the face, bro, you got to come with some real serious speed and power to do it. Something that he never felt, even worse than. It got to be some power that's even more than Triple G, something like that, some extraordinary Deontay Wilder. You got to be like maybe a Deontay Wilder to really knock Canelo the fuck out, somebody like that, with that kind of power or something to really hurt him and knock him out to the face. But Demetrius Andrade, the threats he poses to Canelo is like that uppercut is a threat. If he throws it at the right distance, that's a threat to him. I just don't see anything else that he has. Maybe he can outbox him, but like I said, you can't outbox this dude on the cards, man. You're gonna have to look convincing most of the fight to really make the judges not sway towards you to win that fight if you're gonna take it to the cards. Otherwise, no, I don't see him hurting Canelo to knock him out unless he hit him with that weird uppercut, and I don't think that's enough. I don't think he has enough power to really do that. So my percentage, I give Demetrius Andrade to win a fight against Canelo. I'd give him. I gave Benavidez what? I think I gave him an 80% chance. I gave Charlo 90%. I gave Plant a 55% chance, and I give Demetrius Andrade, I give him a 65% chance of winning against Canelo. So to top it off, man, I'm running down these four dudes. I give, in this order, these four, the chances of them beating Canelo. The highest chance is Jamal Charlo, then David Benavidez, then Demetrius Andrade, and then Caleb Plant. That's my analysis on this, and I'm not gonna touch on it no more. Hopefully, unless he fights one of these other three dudes after Caleb Plant, and then I'll make a prediction happily if he inks a deal to fight one of these other three dudes. Probably not, but it's all good wishful thinking, man. So let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Catch you later on the next one. Peace.